I should really be working on other things right now, but I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to talk about this absolutely dogshit take I saw the other day. Oh, and fair warning, I'm going to be putting some random overlays over the clips I showed just so the platform doesn't nerf the video. And some of the clips are sped up, so pay attention to the subtitles.
Oh, is this movie offensive? Yes, and I'll explain why. But before I do, it's important to know something. This movie was created entirely by white guys who did do their research, they just didn't do it good enough. So how is it offensive? Two white guys travel to a utopian indigenous kingdom.
Oh, and keep that utopian indigenous kingdom thing in mind, it's gonna come back later.
Where they get mistaken for gods. And that's actually based on a real-life event that people think happened but actually didn't. To justify all the genocide, Spaniards spread this rumor that the indigenous thought they were gods. The thing is, we have first-hand accounts of both indigenous and Spaniards who were there, and no one there said that. So for the road to El Dorado to base its entire plot on dumb brown people thinking white people are gods, it is offensive.
That's not in the plot of the movie at all. The Eldoradans, Eldoradoans? Whatever the fuck they're called. They weren't just, as you called them, dumb brown people who thought two random white guys were gods just for the hell of it. The people only thought Miguel and Tulio were gods because they showed up riding a strange, large creature that nobody had ever seen before. They almost perfectly mirrored a moment inscribed in a very well-known ancient prophecy that foretold the coming of the gods, and they consistently appeared to be the cause of certain events that were well beyond human capabilities.
Got carried away.
Way away.
Maybe we should tell the truth and beg for mercy. They might.
Are you nuts? We'd be butchered alive.
Yes, but they're getting suspicious. And if we don't come up with some sort of mega cosmic event,
Just what I'm trying. I can't. You person, I'm pulling the birds up. Stop!
Even in the 90s, this myth had been disproven. And while the movie does paint Hernan Cortez as a bad guy, we don't actually see him do anything bad on screen.
Yeah, we do. Did you forget that scene where he said he intended to torture Miguel and Tulio and then sell them into slavery for the rest of their lives just because they stowed away on his ship?
My crew was as carefully chosen as the disciples of Christ, and I will not tolerate stowaways. You will be flogged. And when we put into Cuba to resupply, God willing, you will be flogged some more. And then enslaved on the sugar plantations for the rest of your miserable lives.
I'd say any reasonable person would recognize that as clearly evil activity. Then again, maybe you just can't recognize that. Cause judging by what you say in this next part of your video and in your comments section, I'd assume that your moral compass left you as a child to go get a gallon of milk and never came home.
And more importantly, he's not a bad guy, the indigenous man is. The indigenous man who believes sacrifices of peace is their god. Something Tulio and Miguel are against, but here's the major plot hole of this movie. The villain is right. Sacrifice is real. It does work. He summons a giant stone jaguar. Tulio and Miguel are 100% in the wrong. How is he the bad guy? Because the white guys say he is. You know, the two criminals.
What in the flying fresh, hot and crispy Kentucky Fried fuck are you talking about? Zeko Khan isn't the bad guy just because, oh, the white guys said he was. He's the bad guy because he wants to make human sacrifices and rule the people with fear.
And we'll be devouring their essence whole, or piece by piece.
Zach, you've lost me.
My lord, these people will not respect you if they do not fear you.
And, of course, we'll make them fear us by...
Sacrifice, as it is prophesied. The history of the age of the Jaguar will be written in...
Ink?
Blood!
Blood! Oh, right. Of course. I should probably consult, though, with Lord Miguel. This is fairly important stuff. I should discuss the entire, blood issue.
The thing with the Jaguar isn't even a plot hole because it had nothing to do with sacrifices appeasing the gods. Zeko Khan made a human sacrifice to facilitate dark magic that let him control a Jaguar statue that was already there. And then he used that Jaguar that he was controlling to break shit and try to kill people. There were no gods involved.
It It's time to take the future into my own hands. And the city will be cleansed, even if I have to do it myself.
Oh.
There are dark magics here, and power, and ooh. It seems to be missing something. Ah, that's it. It needs more body. As I command. Now everyone will know the truth of your divinity.
And even if at some point in the movie Zekel Khan was proven right that human sacrifices appeased the gods, so fucking what? It wouldn't change anything. He would still be the bad guy because human sacrificing is inherently bad. A fact that this guy apparently doesn't agree with. When replying to comments that I made on his original video, he deadass said that human sacrifice is not bad because of cultural relativism, which, if you don't know, basically just means that different cultures have different standards as to what's right and wrong. And it's an absolutely unhinged argument to make for something as heinous as human sacrifice. By his logic, marrying and diddling minors isn't inherently bad because some cultures are okay with it. What a downright evil way of thinking. But I think the worst thing about this video is the sheer amount of people in the comments legitimately agreeing with him. It's honestly kinda disheartening. And with that being said, I think I'm gonna leave it here. All this talk about Road to El Dorado has made me want to see it again. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.